Okay, now we're gonna operate the robot using the teach pendant. Like I told you, this is your HMI for the robot. So before going into this, there are so many. This is your workspace for the robot. This is entirely what do you call caged for you to not to enter during the operations. You should not technically go inside the inside this workspace and then operate the robot, and that's highly unsafe. And then you have multiple emergency switches everywhere. These are your limit switches. Once you take this thing off, your error pops up over here stating external emergency stops. You have like a 5 to 6 emergency stops. As you work along, you will understand what are those emergency stops. See, even after I put this back in, it shows green, it's ready, but then I have to reset this error again, as like I mentioned. So I'm gonna press shift and then reset. Yes, and now I'm ready with this. So here are the few things I'm going to talk through about. This is the 10% shows if your robot capacity to operate is 100, it's going to operate only at 10% speed of it. Say suppose it can only operate at 100 millimeters per second. Now it's going to operate at 10 millimeters per second. So in order to increase the speed, you press shift again and then increase the button right over here. But then never ever increase more than 20%. I would say not even 15%. So just operate between 5% to 10% all the time till you get familiarity how to use the robot and you feel confident about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna walk through you how to actually move the robot. Okay, so there are 3 different frames in a robot. One is a world frame, the other one is a jog frame, the other one is user frame, and this is tool frame. Okay, this is 4 different sort of 4 different frames. Let's talk about world frame. World frame, as you know, world frame, it's basically from which the entire coordinate system, so entire points are referenced to. For this robot, the world frame is right at the same at the base of it. It's right there. If you can see, it's known as J2, and it's over there. And if you stand behind the robot and look ahead, it's your axis towards you, and Y is towards this side. So it follows the right hand coordinate system, so X, Y, and Z. Alright, and that's your world frame. And every coordinate, every point, or every frame you're actually programming in the robot, it is actually referenced through the world frame, and that's how your robot learns, and that's how your robot reacts to the points or the data you give it to her. And the next thing is a user frame. So since the user frame, I'm going to talk more about these things when I get to how to actually create the frames. But then yeah, there's a user frame where if at all you wanted to create a frame for yourself in a other different working space while you feel it's very much uncomfortable for you to operate with the world frame, then you can actually go ahead defining a user frame. And there's a tool frame. So basically the tool frame for any robot is right at the faceplate. It's over here. But then again, since in this particular case itself, if you try to control the robot depending upon the frame over here, it's pretty hard to actually achieve the desired result. So what you're going to do, you're going to shift this frame from here, the tool frame, and then assign a new tool frame over here, the point of operation where you want to exactly operate and what sort of operations you want to carry. So that's your tool frame. And there's another frame that's known as jog frame. That's easily it helps you. It's basically helps you in jogging the robot whenever you want to, right? So those are the 4 main those are the 4 frames you have in the robot, and I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna operate the robot over here, right? So since I have reset all the falls, everything is green. So in order to move the robot, so these are the different, you have 6 different axes over here, your J1, J2, J3, J4, J5, J6. So if on a brief scale, J1 starts from there, every joint is one axis, J1, J2, J3, J4, J5, J6. Okay, so it just starts from J1, so that's how it goes along the robot till the J6. Okay, so in order for me to operate the robot, first I'll ensure that speed is between 5 to 10. It's 5%. I'm operating at 5%, and then to move the robot in order to move any of these joints, I have to press shift. But before that, I need to understand in which coordinate frame my robot is. To know that, I'll just basically press the coordinate frame. Right now, it's in jog frame. I want it to be in world frame, so I'm gonna go for world frame. It's in world frame, and it shows over here it's world frame right over here. That's a world frame for you. And then how it basically operates, it's one is the frame, the universal frame, it's, the robot is already there, and the other frame which you actually define. So if we hold shift and coordinate, it shows your tool frame is basically one. So typically in any robot, the default tool frame, tool frame is at the faceplate, and it is assigned tool frame 1. So we're gonna keep it in tool frame 1 and then coordinate as well. So I'm gonna operate the robot. Now I'm pressing shift. Shift has to be held on as long as you want the robot to move. I'm pressing shift. So yes, this is your J1. It's giving you the linear motion back and forth. As you see, it's 5%. Don't increase it. If you increase more than 5%, it's gonna go really fast, and if you're not noticing it, it might actually hit any of your conveyors and it might damage anything. And then yeah, now J2. If you look at J2, J2 is the base which is moving for you. You can see. And then J3. J3 is the joint over there. J4. J4, you can see it's moving towards you and away from you. The arm is moving towards you, if you can notice. And J5. J6 is a phase split itself. That's how you move the robot to any desired position you want to. Thank you.